Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday morning here from Castleton. It's day 2 of the 2025 North Dakota State A-Legion Baseball Tournament. I'm Chase Miller, and welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber here from Valley Process Technologies Field. Today, 4 games are on tap. 11 o'clock here in the morning, it's our first of 2 elimination games featuring the Bismarck Senators and the Bismarck Reps. Then after that, at 1:30, it'll be Minot, the Metros, going up against the Royals of Valley City. Winners bracket games this evening at 5 o'clock. We'll have Devils Lake and Fargo, and then Kindred and Castleton to round out the evening. That'll be at 7:30. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this on our pregame show. We'll recap what happened yesterday, talk about if you win, where you'll play tomorrow, that and more ahead of our starting lineups and the opening pitch. It's day 2 of the State A here on yourliveevent.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
As we come back on our pregame show, as the Bismarck Reps and the Bismarck Senators are both getting some of their I.O. done here today. Taking a look at games from that happened yesterday. Devils Lake over the Bismarck Senators in game number 1 by a final of a 12-0. Again, was the final in that particular contest. As Devils Lake, a ton of stolen bases. They scored 8 runs in the second inning of just 1 hit. 7 errors total for Bismarck in that contest. That really haunted them, particularly in inning number 2. Brett Pugliafico did well on the mound, gave up 12 runs, but 3 of them were only earned. 5 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts in 3 innings of work for the Bismarck Senators. While on the opposite side, Will Heilman had himself a really nice performance of 3 innings of baseball here in that contest and picked up the win for the Devils Lake Storm. While on the opposite side here, we take a look at what the Bismarck Reps and the Fargo Jets had in store. The Bismarck Reps fell by a final in that contest of 11-1 eventually. And in that game, Fargo Jets, just very similar to what we said with Devils Lake, just put inning after inning, a quality of baseball. They scored in every inning outside of the 4th. They put 4 runs up in the 3rd, 4 runs up in the 5th. The Reps with the lone RBI came by Szymanski with an RBI single, which played at Jordan Merkel back in inning number 1 for the Bismarck Reps. Noah Lofberg picked up the loss. 3 innings of work, 5 hits, 7 runs, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So that's what happened earlier in the top half of the bracket. Taking a look at the bottom half of the bracket, it was the Eli Mack show for Kindred in their win over Minot. 5 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 walks, and it finished with 11 strikeouts in Kindred's win. Then they had a nice performance with some runs driven in as well. Fisher Johnson with a 3-run homer. That was in inning number 1. Then they had 2 RBIs by McDonald and 2 RBIs by Carson Getty as well in Kindred's 10-0 win in 5 innings over Minot. The first 3 games all were decided in 5. And then from there, Castleton defeated Valley City in a nail-biter by a final of 4-3. Valley City loaded the bases. Jack Samuelson came to the plate, hit a line drive shot to Everson at short, and that retired Valley City in the bottom of the 7th inning. Carter Maggio picked up the win, while for Valley City, they went with 4 different pitchers in the contest, and for Coach Carpenter, they nearly were able to pick up the win, but it was a straight East affair here for our winners bracket, while it'll be a West region feel in our elimination games. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 2:30 against the loser of our last game tonight between Kindred and Castleton. You lose, your season comes to a close for whoever falls on the short end of the stick here a little bit later on today from Castleton. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this time to get to our coaches' conversation out of our starting lineups and the opening pitch. It's the Reps and the Senators. The Senators at 16-16-2 on the season. The Bismarck Reps at 17-9. We'll continue with more here from Castleton.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
As we continue on our Castleton Lumber pregame show here today from Castleton, it's day 2 of the North Dakota State A Legion Baseball Tournament. It's the Bismarck Senators and the Bismarck Reps. Joining us from the Senators' perspective here again is their head coach, that is Connor Hill. And Connor, as we take a look back from yesterday, let's talk about your starting pitcher, and Brett Puliafico, able to really attack the zone. Did a nice job, I thought. Obviously, the score might not indicate in terms of his quality of performance, but just what you kind of see from him on the mound yesterday.
Yeah, he threw strikes. He threw hard. He created a lot of weak contact. We didn't give up a lot of extra base hits. We just really, didn't play a lot of good defense behind him. Devils Lake really likes to move runners around, and, we weren't really ready. We didn't, we weren't prepared for that, so it's not something that we see a lot. So, that really gave us a lot of trouble on defense.
As you get ready for another pitcher here today, and Brady Vogel, what do you want to see from him when he takes the mound here later today?
He's just got to throw strikes. He throws hard. He's going to get guys out. I think these guys are going to struggle a little bit with some of that speed. So he's just got to try and keep them off balance, keep them, keep throwing strikes. And that's really his biggest thing all year has just been whether or not he throws strikes. That determines how long he goes in the game.
Take us through this matchup with the Senators and the Reps. Just, from someone who's not from Bismarck, what does a game like this mean when you get a region foe, so to speak, and a crosstown foe playing against each other here at a state tournament?
Yeah, it's a big deal. A lot of these guys play on the same team as a lot of the players on the Reps during the spring season. So, we know each other well, so we just got to come out and play good baseball.
As you come through, what's the one thing you have to do well here in a game like this?
Same thing, just throw strikes, play defense. Kind of what killed us yesterday was just not playing defense. So we really got to make sure that we're stout behind Brady today.
Hey, Connor, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today.
Thank you.
We'll continue on our pregame show after this. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. That, again, is the head coach for the Senators, Connor Hill.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber here in Castleton. It's day 2 between the Bismarck Reps and the Bismarck Senators to open things up here in the State A Legion tournament for day number 2. Joining us is their head coach, that is Chris Scott. And Chris, just taking a look at game number 1 against the Fargo Jets. Obviously, they just put a really big inning together to kind of get on in front. What's something you saw from your team here, though, that was maybe a positive note to get into a contest here with a full across the other side of the way here with another Bismarck squad?
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of good at-bats yesterday, and we hit some balls hard. We got plenty of base runners on. We just couldn't find the hit when we needed to. Then defensively, we just weren't our best yesterday, and I think that's just something to go into today. It's a new day, and it's a new day to be our best selves, and just have a lot of fun today, and no matter what, just leave it all out on the field.
Talk about your starting pitcher, Ethan Urlacher. What do you want to see from him when he takes the mound?
Yeah, I just want him to be himself. When he's out there, he is one of a kind on the mound. He works his butt off every time, and he competes as hard as he can every time he gets on the mound. And to me, he's really, really fun to watch. And he gives us a chance to win every time he's on the mound.
Ask Connor the same question, but for you, Chris, when the Reps and the Senators play, just kind of what does it mean for you here getting an opportunity to see these two teams face off here at a state tournament?
Yeah, it means a lot going into these games. It's one thing of our guys don't want to lose to them, and they don't want to lose to us. Of just basically we want to show who the best team in Bismarck is, and it's a really fun way to do it here in the state tournament.
The final thing for me, Chris, as you get ready for this game, what's the message to your club trying to survive and advance now going forward throughout the rest of this tournament?
Just play as hard as you can and play with passion and play for each other. I think in the first game we didn't really have that passion and that drive, and we were almost complacent of just being here. We're just to go out and have as much fun as you can and just enjoy being here and make it mean something today.
Chris, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
That again, the head coach from the Bismarck Reps, that is Chris Scott. Will continue on the pregame show after this interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, right on cue, those interviews again brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. As we continue on our Castleton Lumber pregame show, out in the West in AA, Mandan goes up against Fargo Post for 100 in the semifinals later today at noon. At 3 o'clock in an elimination contest, it's West Fargo and Dickinson, and then another elimination game will follow that at 6 with the winner of West Fargo-Dickinson going up against the loser of Mandan Fargo Post for 100. Also, you have the State B coming up here in Thompson as well, in Park River with Thompson and Langdon currently in action. We'll continue with more and get to our starting lineups after this on our Castleton Lumber pregame report.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Update for you up in Park River. Thompson has a 2-0 lead over Langdon, top of the third inning from the State B baseball tournament in Park River. Also going on later today. You can check out the complete bracket on yourliveevent.com. But again, that is the State B also on your live event. That does it for our Castleton Lumber pregame show. Find the quality lumber and materials you need at 701-347-4471. Get in touch with Ross and the crew at Castleton Lumber at 347-4471. It's now time for American Crystal Sugar starting laps for the visitors on the scoreboard. They are the Bismarck Senators. Tristan Schultz will be a shortstop batting leadoff with Jordan Klein, the center fielder, batting second. Aiden Grossman, the right fielder, in batting third with Brady Vogel, the pitcher, in the cleanup spot. Tate Fisher, the catcher, batting fifth with Drayden Doctor, the third baseman, batting sixth. Kyle Schlobaum, the left fielder, batting seventh. Hayden Parent, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Lucas Farstead at second base, batting ninth. Again, Schultz, Klein, Grossman, Vogel, Fisher, Doctor, Schlobaum, Parent, and Farstead. Ethan Erlacher on the mound here for the Bismarck Reps. You have Szymanski in left field with Gabbard in center, Kaufel in right. Schweigert at first with Rykowski at second, Merkel at short, Pearson stands at third, and Johnson behind the plate. Our coaches here today in this contest for both teams, as we just heard from a moment ago. Chris Scott for the Bismarck Reps, and for the Bismarck Senators, he is Connor Hill. That does it for our starting laps, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. Game 1 of 4, we said yesterday was setup day. Today is moving day, as 2 teams will move out of the tournament. 4 teams will go towards an elimination bracket, and 2 teams will move into a semifinal coming up here tomorrow. Schultz, Klein, and Grossman, umpiring crew of Quinn Irie, Cody Hughes, and Taylor Fuse. Right on schedule here, opening pitch on the way for Erlacher. Going up against Schultz, looking to bunt, and this first pitch will be at 10:59 here on a Friday morning. Taking a look, we have our 3-man crew yet again, as we get to take a look at Schweigert at first as he plays even with the bag at third, high across the press box, and then the center field cam. Breaking ball, got him out on a nice inside-out swing there for Schultz. The right fielders throw to Schweigert, not in time. It's a leadoff single for Tristan, and the Bismarck Senators able to get a batter aboard here to start things off with a runner on here with Schultz. These two teams played twice during the regular season, and they technically split during their two games. Talking with the co-head coaches, it was a 5-2 win for the Bismarck Senators and an 8-7 win for the Reps. So here's the proverbial rubber match of the season. As this will miss for a ball, it's now 1-0 to Jordan Klein. Win this game, you get to play at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon against the loser of Kindred and Castleton. You lose this game, your season comes to a close. Same for our next contest with Minot and Valley City. Here's the pick play, and sliding back in safely is Schultz. Gorgeous day here in Castleton for some more weather. Expecting the highs to get up to about the 80s at some point here later this afternoon, but 72 degrees, that little overcast with the haze continues. Not too much wind to speak of. As this one's called a strike, it's now 1-1. Going back through the field dimensions here, it's about 324 to left. Just over 300 down the line and right in 350 to center here from Valley Process Technologies Field. 1 ball, 1 strike with Schultz at first as Erlacher works from the stretch. Here goes the throw down to second. This one will be high, as sliding in safely will be Tristan Schultz, and the Senators have their first base runner into scoring position. Klein will work with a hitter's count. It's now 2-1. Runner at second base is Schultz, as Erlacher takes a look back at the runner. The pitch. Big swing, nearly a foul tip into the glove of Johnson. It's now 2-2. As we'll get Johnson and Erlacher get an early meeting on the mound, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage, as they will look to lock in, and you can lock in your valuables at Kindred Storage. For affordable, secure, and easy access, go to 428-3121. That's 428-3121. We were talking about it earlier here in the press box. You can kind of see the heat rise from the turf from that center field cam throughout the course of the day. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Klein, as Klein will at least try to have a productive out if he can. 2-2 instead. He'll be retired looking. Erlacher with his first strikeout, and a good one at that. It's 1 down here in the first. Aiden Grossman, the right fielder, batting third. A win for the Senators gets their 17th win of the season, while a win for the Reps will be win number 18 here on the campaign. Here's the pitch on the way. As this is a fly ball hit to right. Caulfield is there, makes the catch. The runner, and Schultz is trying to get from second to third, and he will slide in safely. Grossman retired on 1 pitch, and there's 2 down. Both of these programs eventually fill into the Governor's program, as you have an 18U team, then kind of a 17-16U. You got a junior Legion team as well. But they all eventually go to the Bismarck Governors in AA baseball. As this one goes through the 5-hole of Johnson, able to keep it close to home plate. It'll be 1-0. So what we know is this: after today, 2 teams from the West will be eliminated. 1 from Bismarck here, just a matter of it's the Reps or the Senators, and then we'll have Minot and Valley City coming up after this game. The 1-0. Hit on the ground. This one will go to Merkel at short. Goes a long way across the diamond. The stretch in time to Schweigert. That'll be 6-3 on the putout. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. We played a half inning today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first.
Or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season, on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, the Bismarck Reps and the Bismarck Senators scoreless here. Bottom of the first inning, as will be Jordan Merkel, Liam Szymanski, Carter Pearson. Here, top third of the lineup for the Reps. Cooper Johnson will be batting cleanup the catcher, with Ian Schweigert, the first baseman, batting fifth. Maxon Opdahl, the designated hitter, sixth. Riley Gabbert, the center fielder, seventh. Bryson Caulfield, the right fielder, eighth. And Ethan Urlacher, the pitcher. Rykowski is the second baseman here for the Reps. Schlobaum in left with Klein in center. Grossman in right here for the Senators. Parent at first with Farstead at second. Schultz at shortstop. Doctor at third with Fisher behind the plate. They're going up against Brady Vogel. Righty-righty matchup against Jordan Merkel here as we get things off in this particular contest. Called a strike. It's going to be 0-1. The Reps and the Senators in a very similar situation against their teams of the Fargo Jets or at Devils Lake. Talking with both coaches, mentioned just got to play better defense behind the pitchers throughout the course. Just a handful of errors that got compounded where Devils Lake had 8 stolen bases in a game. The Jets just put up quality innings and put a crooked number up in the third and 4 runs in the fifth to also put the game away. This will be 1-2 here to Merkel. Vogel looking for the strikeout. 1-2, that'll hop off the home plates. That'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coming out to the ballpark for 4 games today. We'll be here from the morning, little brunch and baseball, to the afternoon and the evening here. 2-2, and we'll see a full count. As for the Reps, Jordan Merkel scored the lone run against the Fargo Jets yesterday. He will take inside for a walk, 6 pitches. He'll take first base. And similar as the Senators, the Reps get a runner aboard here in inning number 1, as now Parent will hold them on at first base. Liam Szymanski, the left fielder, will see what the play is on now for the Bismarck Reps. Quick pick. Sliding back in safely was Jordan Merkel. Merkel took that second and that third lead, and that's exactly when Vogel came across. Here's the pitch on the way. That'll miss for a ball to Szymanski. It's now 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll work up for a ball. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes, says Szymanski, with a hitter's count right now. Runners in a break for second. Here's a throw by Fisher, not in time. Merkel gets a stolen base. That'll be number 1 of the day for the Bismarck Reps. Devils Lake stole a ton against the Senators yesterday. Now runner in scoring position right off the bat here for the Reps. The 2-1. Run in and hit him. So Szymanski will take first base. As you have Pearson coming up to the plate. Here's a bunt. This one will eventually almost go all the way to the backstop. It'll be 1-0 here to Carter Pearson. This will be bunted. Tough play. Off the bag, they will say, so he was not on it. Safe, they'll call him at first. Merkel will make his way to third, Szymanski to second, and Pearson gets aboard here. Bases full with 3 batters up and 3 batters on for the Reps. The pitch. First pitch swinging. This one goes foul off the foot of Cooper Johnson. Now 0-1 on the way. Let's give that a throw-in air on the third baseman. So Merkel, Szymanski, Pearson, bases full. The 0-1 will be out of the zone now. 1 ball and 1 strike. As we'll see this here with the 1-1. That'll miss. Now 2-1. So Merkel at third, Szymanski at second, Pearson stands at first. Nowhere to put the cleanup batter in Cooper Johnson. Johnson fouls this one back, and it's now going to be 2-2. A great opportunity for the Reps. They did plate 1 run across in the first against the Fargo Jets, but that would be their lone run of the game. Both teams 10-run ruled yesterday in the opening round. The 2-2. 1 hop. This one on the wild pitch will go all the way to the backstop. Easily scoring is going to be Merkel. Szymanski now will take third. Pearson goes to second, and it's a full count upcoming here to Cooper Johnson. So the Reps take the first run of the game on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. As that was spiked right in front of home plate. I'll just missed, and a walk, a hit by pitch, an error and a walk has filled the bases yet again, and 1 run has came in to score. Schweigert, the first baseman, coming up here for the Reps. And Schweigert's got a chance to really put an exclamation point on this particular inning. 0 for 2 yesterday with a strikeout and a double play for Schweigert. First pitch swinging, elevated uppercut swing that'll go into the gap to right center. Klein is there to make the catch. The lead 2 runners will tag. It'll be a sacrifice fly here for Schweigert and a run driven in. Szymanski comes in to score. Pearson goes to third. Productive out at that, and Schweigert able to make it a 2-0 game. Now it goes to Opdahl, upcoming here, batting from the left-hand side here for the Reps. Opdahl went 0 for 1 with the walk yesterday against the Jets. As first baseman Parent holding Johnson on at first. Pearson stands at third. Here's the pick. Getting back in, no problem. There is the catcher and Cooper Johnson. Righty-lefty matchup here. As you see this, runners in a break. It will be cut off to second. Slide in safely will be Cooper Johnson. And the Reps with another runner in scoring position. Now the first 2 in terms of a free pass of a walk and a hit by pitch have scored so far. Infield will come in. Uppercut swing, Dr. Schultz, and Doctor will make the chance with it as he loses the glove. Had to fight that ball off a little bit, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Now it goes to Riley Gabbert, the center fielder. Batter number 7 here in the lineup for the Reps. Mind you, they've done this all without a hit so far. So runner at second base is Cooper Johnson. Pearson still stands at third, and Brady Vogel is one quality pitch away from getting out of the damage. As this one will go all the way to the backstop, gets by Fisher, and that'll be a run to come in to score. Pearson scampers in from third. Johnson will replace him at third base. And it's 3-love in favor of the Reps. Just mental miscues right now have cost the Senators 2 of their 3 runs against. But the Reps will gladly take it, as there was no time, or there was still time. There was never a live ball play. So again, chance to reset for Vogel. will be out of the zone. It's now 2-0. Saw a full count to 2 batters so far. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, a sacrifice fly with a run driven in here from Schweigert. Hitters count 2-0. And the hitter will keep on a knocking here for the Bismarck Reps. Their first hit of the game. Here is Riley Gabbert, an RBI 1 to boot. Johnson comes in to score from third, and the first 4 runners all got on base, and they've all came in here for Bismarck. As the Reps take a 4-0 lead. It goes to Bryson Caulfield trying to keep it going. Here's the runners in a break to second base. Tight throw, but not in time. Gabbert able to slide in. And the Reps are off and running here in the bottom half of the first inning. As Vogel. We'll see this one miss low. So Caulfield, see a hitter's count here, 2 balls and no strikes. That's where Gabbert hit one to left. He will take a walk. It's now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes with 2 outs here, bottom of the first. That's going to be called a strike. It's 3-1. A 3-1 offering, jammed him. This one will go to the left fielder. Schlobaum camps underneath it to retire this side. But there were 4 runs across on 1 hit, a runner left with 1 error as well. As we will go to the top of the second inning. New score, it's the Reps 4, the Senators scoreless.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Top of the second inning, bottom of the third in Park River at the State B. It's Thompson 5, Langdon scoreless. Again, that's at the State B in Park River. Thompson 5, Langdon scoreless here on yourliveevent.com with Brady and John and the crew up in Park River. Chase Miller with you here as the Senators will send 5, 6, and 7 batters as we're broadcasting today from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth. Get in touch with Jim Pearson and the gang at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. From banking to insurance, let them handle your requests. Go to kindredstatebank.com. For the Senators falling behind early in this contest, 4 runs. The good news, it's only the second. Bad news, if you're unable to get much going here on the top of the second, all of a sudden the Reps will be hitting through the second time of the lineup when they come up to the plate. I like Tate Fisher's walk-up music. Let's see if that helps him get on base. Good breaking ball here for Urlacher. It's 0-1. Kind of get to see the players' personalities with the walk-up music a little bit here throughout the course of the tournament. The 0-1 pitch, and that'll be underneath the glove of Pearson, and that walk-up music is the charm. Keep it up, Tate. As that's the second hit of the game here for the Bismarck Senators. Able to get aboard. As we'll have a courtesy runner coming into the game. Looks like number 8 here for the Senators, and it will be. So Ty Ripplinger will come on and courtesy run for the catcher. Now we got Drayden Doctor, the third baseman, will come up here. So a good start for the Senators. They did this in the last inning. A leadoff single by Schultz. He was eventually stranded at third. Runner and Ripplinger takes his lead. This will be the throw and nearly a pickoff back. This will be 1-0 here to Doctor. Good lead again off of first base. Schweigert holding Ripplinger on. Doctor, 1 ball, no strikes on the way. Pick play, and if that one would have went into the glove instead of off the glove of Schweigert, Ripplinger might have been caught dead to rights. Instead, still be at first. Ruddy matchup here with Urlacher and Doctor. The 1-0 runner stays put. This will clip the inside part of the plate. It's 1-1. State A Legion baseball tournament here this season in Castleton. Got a bird's eye view from center field as you take a look at our pitcher, and Erlacher sees this one popped up. Schweigert, the first baseman, gets in front of the runner, Ripplinger, to get the out. And there's one down here in inning number 2. So we'll see it now to Kyle Schlobaum, the left fielder. Oh, Footloose song. I need a hero coming out for his walk-up music. My Lord. This one will be a pick play again back to first. So far, Erlacher paying a good chunk of attention to Ripplinger coming through here as a courtesy runner. As you see, he takes that 1-2 stride. One down here in the second. Good spot fastball at the knee, in for a strike to Schlobaum. It's 0-1. Schlobaum here for the Senators yesterday, 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the same and the number 6 spot in the lineup here today, batting 7th. Here's the 0-1, fouled, and we'll keep it to now 0-2. First 2 games, elimination contest. Next 2 are opportunities to get one step closer to the championship in our winners bracket. Same thing here. The question is, can any one of these 4 teams in elimination make a run back? In Park River's case of the state Babe Ruth tournament, they lost the opening round and won 6 consecutive games to win the state championship, so it can be done. Just everything needs to almost go perfectly going forward for both of these teams. Then pitching becomes another factor at the end of the day. How many arms do you have? Where can you kind of wheel and deal some players? Rest days, the 1-2. Fly ball that'll be hitting the air to right. The right fielder will come and glove it. A chance to get a double play, but backhanded by Schweigert after Caulfield was trying to get Ripplinger. Fly out to right will be 2 down, as we'll see Hayden Parent coming up. The one thing about today is it's no longer trade deadline day in Major League Baseball, so the Twins hypothetically shouldn't move anybody. But we've seen them and seen teams after the trade deadline make some moves every now and then, after a good chunk of their roster is in different places here today. Twins opening up a weekend series with Cleveland in Ohio. No balls and a strike with 2 down here. Parent, another pick play, sliding back in safely is Ripplinger. Erlacher had 4 batters in the first inning that he had to contend with, and so far this is batter number 4 as well. As this will get thrown away, Ripplinger is going to go from first to second. He might turn around third. Yes, he will, as here comes Ripplinger sliding into third base. Erlacher will have the throwing error on that one. As Ripplinger goes first to third, he kind of had a hitch in the giddy-up where he pumped, and then I think he was wondering if it was going to be called a balk or not, and then he eventually said, well, I'm going to throw it over now since I'm going to step off, and by the time he threw it over, just nowhere to go for Schweigert to really have a chance at that one. So now a runner stands at third base. The 0-1 pitch nearly came in and clipped him, as Parent will take it 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 on the way. That'll run in at the hands. It's now 2-1. First error of the game against the Bismarck Reps. You do have 1 error on the opposite side here for the Senators, as this one will be blocked in the turf. It's now going to be 3-1. Then it goes to Lucas Farsted and back to the top of the lineup here for the Senators. As Erlacher looking for out number 3 to try to not give up a run here in the second. The 3-1 gets the strike. It's now 3-2. First full count for Erlacher on the mound here against these Senator batters. 3-2. Foul tipped. We'll keep it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Erlacher, one of those white shoes, gets back on the mound here, takes his time. As we do get a foul ball here. So I'll make sure everything's good down the left field line as well. For the Bismarck Reps, in the second inning. 9-1-2 batters with the pitcher coming to the plate in Urlacher. Payoff pitch, 3-2 breaking ball. That'll be a walk by Parents. First free pass of the game for Urlacher. Runners now at the corners with 2 down. As we see it to Lucas Farstead. As we see runners at the corners again here in this one as it goes to Farstead. Here's the pitch. That'll miss out of the zone. It's going to be 1-0. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll miss now. 2-0. Quick meeting on the mound brought to you in part by Kindred Storage between Johnson and Urlacher here. So for the Bismarck Senators, Fisher with a single, Ripplinger come in and courtesy run. Doctor with a pop out, a fly out by Schlobaum, and then Ripplinger goes first to third on an error. Parent with a walk, and well, the Senators are threatening here. 2 balls and no strikes to the number 9 batter here with Farstead. Big swing, 2-1. Third game of the season between these two teams. First game went to the Senators 5-2, and the Reps won game 2 8-7. So rubber match here at State. 2-1. I'll just miss. Now 3-1. Back to the top of the lineup here at Tristan Schultz in the hole. Today, just all about surviving and advancing here in our first 2 games. Runners in a break on the 3-1. Not going to matter. It's a walk. Back-to-back walks here for Urlacher on the mound. And the tying run comes to the plate here with Tristan Schultz. We also will get a quick meeting on the mound upcoming here for the Bismarck Reps. With Chris Scott, their head coach, will come on and talk it over with the infield here. Just trying to settle down his pitcher and get out of the inning unscathed. Otherwise, a base knock here. You could start having the carousel run here for the Bismarck Senators and try to see if there's going to be 1 or 2 extra runs to come in here for the Senators. They're trying to answer here against the Bismarck Reps after the Reps put 4 runs across in the first inning on 8 batters of play. Today, 4 games in Park River for the opening round of the State B tournament on yourliveevent.com. Day 2 here of State A for 4 games. We'll have 3 games tomorrow. Coverage begins at noon for our first of 2 elimination games. Then Double A in Williston, that gets underway today at noon for 3 games out in the West as they have 4 teams left in Double A. This one's called a strike. It's 0-1. Tristan Schultz with a single his last time up in the first. Would love to get another base knock here for the Senators. Instead, pops this one up. Playable. The center fielder, Gabbert, goes into the gap. I'll retire the Senators here in the second. No runs, a hit, an error, and 3 runners left on base. We played 1.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Reps lead it by 4.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Bottom of the second inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you. Coming up, we'll get to an in-game update brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. I'll get you a prize of what's still to come here later today. That and more. Urlacher, Merkel, and Szymanski, 9-1 and 2 batters here due up for the Reps. Brady Vogel, 28 pitches in that first inning. 1 hit, 4 runs, and 3 walks. As the Reps will take one here for a ball for Urlacher. It's now 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes to the number 9 batter here on the opposing pitcher. So far for the Senators, they've left 4 runners on base, with 3 of them being in scoring position. The 1-0, called the strike. It's now going to be 1-1. Today's matchups are all about regional opponents, as this is called the strike. It's now 1-2. West versus West in our first 2 games, then East versus East in our next 2 games. Strike 3 looking, and Urlacher is retired as Vogel gets his first strikeout of the morning, and there's 1 down. So 1 down as it goes now to Jordan Merkel. Merkel with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored his last time up in the bottom of the first inning. Takes a big swing at that one. It's 0-1. Game just over a half hour old here today from Valley Process Technologies Field. The 0-1 pitch. That'll go all the way to the backstop now, 1-1. Brady Vogel have a chance to readjust, reset here. 1 ball and 1 strike. That'll work out of the zone. It's now 2-1. State A, in between the B and Double A. Double A still get a chance to play after this week. If you make it to the Central Plains Regional, as that'll miss. It's now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, as we'll have a quick time at home plate by Merkel. Merkel was trying to call for time as he talks it over at the home plate umpire. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Vogel. On a 1-hop all the way to the backstop. Merkel will take his second free pass of the game as we take a look at him standing at first base. Quick little time and a meeting on the mound yet again. So coverage tomorrow begins at noon with our first of 2 elimination games. If you're coming out to the ballpark tomorrow at noon, 2:30, and 5:30. So noon, 2:30, and 5:30, the scheduled times tomorrow. And on Sunday, it'll be 3 and 5:30. And then finally after that, the championship will be at noon. And then if needed on Monday, another championship game at 2 o'clock. Big play. Merkel slides back in safely. Urlacher with a strikeout, Merkel with the walk. Again, just 4 runs across for the Reps on 1 hit. But when he can take advantage of an error, get a hit by pitch, go a long way. Jammed him. The shortstop will come in front of second. Schultz with a nice play, and Szymanski is retired. 2 down here in the second. Carter Pearson reached base on an error. Has scored a run for the lefty. As the third baseman will try to a little 2-out rally going here for the Reps. Well, for the Senators in the third, it'll be 2, 3, 4 batters. Klein, Grossman, and Vogel due up for the Senators in the top of the third inning. There's a high chopper as this one goes to the shortstop. The shortstop in front of the second baseman. He will apply it to Parent, who held on over at first with his foot. That'll be 6-3 on the put-up. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 2 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's the Bismarck Senators 0, the Bismarck Reps 4 as we head to the third.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we get to an in-game update brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. If you're just joining us so far, 4 runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Bismarck Reps. They've left 2, while for the Bismarck Senators, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and they have left 4 runners on board. That's an in-game update so far, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. As here's a bunt hit right down the third base line. Johnson has no play. And oh, what a bunt there by Jordan Klein to dent the ball. And that was perfectly executed on the turf. It's an infield single as Klein is aboard. Oh, Grossman flew out his last time up. Here's a good theme going for the Senators. Their first runner has gotten on with a single in all 3 innings. The bad news is they haven't scored him. As now it goes to Grossman. This one will be called the strike. It's zone 1. Sometimes that small ball variety. And even if this was the normal dirt, if you will, I'm not sure if Klein could have done it any better than what he did on the turf there with that bunt. First pitch of the inning, puts the ball in play. As he's able to get back over at first with Schweigert holding him on, because Rykowski stands at second with Merkel at shortstop. Pearson at third with Johnson behind the plate. Szymanski in left with Gabbard in center, and Caulfield stands in right. Runners in a break for second. Here's a throw. This one will go underneath the glove of the shortstop, Merkel. It will be a stolen base here for Jordan Klein. He was off on the run, and it will be 0-2 here to Grossman. So Senators get their 3rd runner of the game, make that their 4th runner of the game now in scoring position. Just looking to break through that proverbial dam that is a 0 here on that Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The 0-2, that'll run up. 1-2. Cross country's not too far away. Volleyball a little bit later this year with the start. Football on August 22nd for some, the 29th for others in terms of their season opener. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Urlacher gets strikeout number 2. That'll be out number 1 here in the 3rd, as you'll see Brady Vogel, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Also from there, we'll be talking soccer, some tennis, getting through the season. Girls golf. By the time school starts, golf will have about 4 meets in for girls golf, as there's a good spot there to Brady Vogel for the strike. It's 0-1. Urlacher locating that big breaking ball. No balls, 1 strike with 1 down here, top of the 3rd inning. Klein at second. Good backhand there by Johnson. It's 1-1. You're home for the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. Here's your liveevent.com. Come on out to the ballpark here in Castleton. Enjoy a nice summer's day. Here's the 1-1 offering from Urlacher. Good spot for a strike at 1-2, especially when Klein was dancing at second base, hopping back and forth, trying to see if he can get Urlacher maybe to have a balk call or leave one across the plate that Vogel can barrel up somewhere. Here's the 1-2. Fouled. Keep it alive. Fisher is the on-deck batter here for the Senators. Senators looking for their first run of the tournament. They were shut out by Devils Lake yesterday in 5 innings, 12-0. They've been threatening in the first and the second, and here in the 3rd. The 1-2 pitch. I'll make it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Vogel. Off speed, good take by Brady. It's 3-2. As Klein takes his lead off a second. Payoff pitch. Hit on the ground up the third baseline, foul, and a good bat at brewing right now here for Vogel. Going up his opposition here in Urlacher so far. 3-2 as we'll see it one more time. Who's going to win this battle? As Ethan Urlacher winds and delivers. Got him out in front on a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Vogel's retired. Back-to-back Ks for Urlacher. That'll be his third. Urlacher, gets his third strikeout. Now it goes to Fisher. Fisher with a single his last time up. Fisher, first pitch, swinging, hits one down the left field line, foul. It's 0-1. To left to get it out about 324 feet down the line. Right just over 300 at 301. Center about 350 here for your dimensions in Castleton. The 0-1 pitch. Good spot, strike number 2 in the at-bat here to Fisher. Well, the Senators on the verge again of getting a leadoff single, but leaving the runner aboard. The 0-2. Foul tipped, and we'll keep it at 0-2 for the Reps. In the third inning, Johnson, Schweigert, and Opdahl, 4, 5, and 6 batters due up in the bottom of inning number 3. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball on the ground. That one will be foul yet again. Well, the Senators getting some contact against Ethan here, but just can't put it between the lines outside of that Klein single in this inning. As stepping off, as Ethan looking to strike out the side with one more strike call. Long look in, as we'll get a time called here by Tate Fisher. And now we'll get a little meeting on the mound upcoming between Johnson and Urlacher. Brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. No balls, 2 strikes. They will talk it over here on the side, making sure everything's good to roll. Doctor, the on-deck batter here for the Bismarck Senators. As the Senators going to find a way to put a run on the board, cut into that deficit, see if they can get a little 2-out magic in inning number 3. The 0-2. Hit in the air, that'll go to left. Szymanski doesn't have to move much to retire the side. No runs on a leadoff single, no errors, and another runner left in scoring position. The Senators have left 4 of their 5 runners on base in scoring position here today. We head to the bottom of the third. It's the Reps up by 4.
Heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Bottom of the third inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Pitching change, just a straight switch as Brady Vogel will go from the mound to third where he played it yesterday for the Reps, while we'll have Drayden Doctor now taking the mound here for the Bismarck Senators, For the Reps, it'll be Johnson, Schweigert, and Opdahl, 4, 5, and 6 batters. First time through against Doctor here. Vogel, 2 innings of work, 1 hit, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout in his 2 innings of work here on this Friday morning. So we'll see what Cooper Johnson can do. So far, a walk with a stolen base and a run scored in the number 4 spot for the catcher. For the Reps, he will take a strike. It's 0-1. Umpiring crew of Quinn Irie, Taylor Fuse, and Cody Hughes. Here in Game 1. For today, the 0-1 popped up. Grossman has some distance to cover down the line. In fair territory will make the play. And there's 1 down. And Schweigert will step in, sacrifice fly. 1 of 2 runs driven in so far here for the Reps with Schweigert and also with Riley Gabbert. Take a look at Doctor's pitching motion here. A little different arm slot than Vogel. Kind of right up at the top and gives it a good wind to the plate. It's now going to be 1-0. Bismarck, you talk about all different kind of schools, not the north, not the south, not east or west. It's everything here that make up these Reps and Senators, whether you're a Sabre, a Saint, a Demon, Bismarck Century Patriot. The 2-0 upcoming here to Schweigert. Takes it for a ball. It's now 3-0. So for Vogel, went against 12 batters in 2 innings of work. See what Doctor can do here. Got the first one out, but now second batter falls behind. Taking a strike all the way is Schweigert. It's 3-1. There's the 3-1 pitch to Ian. Schweigert hits this one off the end of the bat, and that will eventually roll foul. Those are the interesting ones where it rolls right, and then all of a sudden, if it takes a big spin, could be a fair ball eventually. Schweigert kind of going with the Grease lightning bat. Almost looks like some flames a little bit there, as you would see in the movie Grease on that car ride at the very end. Thunder Road. There we go. Thank you to Mr. Cale Lewis. There's a 2-hopper to Schweigert. That'll go to Schultz across the diamond in time for the putout. It's 6-3. 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. As Doctor has came on and looking at Johnson and Schweigert retired. Now for the Bismarck Reps, it's been 4 straight retired between Vogel and Doctor. As Opdahl popped up to the third baseman, Doctor his last time up, who now stands on the mound. It's going to be 0-1. For the Senators, it'll be Doctor, Schlobaum, and Parent, 6, 7, and 8 batters here in inning number 4. And so far, the 4 runs in the first has been the difference maker. The 0-1 pitch is laced in the air to right. This one will be over the outstretched glove of the right fielder, Grossman. Rounding first on his way to second is Opdahl. Here's the relay. Not going to be in time. Opdahl with a ringing stand-up double here in the third, and the Reps get a runner in scoring position. If you get a little extension and some elevation to right here near a lefty, you can pull one and send it to the tree grove. That'll be a double on the way. As we'll see this now for Gabbert. Gabbert with a single and a stolen base and a run driven in. Chance for a second run driven in. Popped up. This could be trouble, but the second baseman, Farstead, comes across to retire this side. There were no runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We played 3 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's 4-love in favor of the Bismarck Reps.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
Top of the fourth inning on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. It'll be Dr. Schlobaum and parent Ethan Erlacher so far, 51 pitches through 3 innings here today in this contest. Here's the pitch. Let me call a strike. It's 0-1. We'll get to a final in Park River from earlier today. The 0-1 pitch is going to be two-hopped. Oh, what a play by Pearson at third. Throws it across the diamond in time with the stretch, as that'll be an out. 5-3 on the putout. Doctors retired, 1 down, as it brings up now Kyle Schlobaum. Thompson defeats Langdon in 5 innings here today. 10-0 up in Park River to open up the State B baseball tournament. They'll have a rolling schedule up there, so coming up next following that game will be Candu and Linton Ashley Wishick, as this is going to be a fly ball that's hit to center. Gabbard takes a couple of steps into the alley, and Schlobaum is retired via flyout, and there's 2 down here in the top of the fourth. Now goes to Hayden Parent at the plate. Parent with a walk his last time up. Here's the pitch. I'll miss for a ball. It's 1-0. 5 consecutive batters have been retired here by Ethan on the mound. Breaking ball. I'll work inside. It's 2-0. Most in terms of consecutive orders so far today against this Bismarck Senators club. Now it's going to be 3-0. For the first time, Senators unable to get a leadoff single to start an inning. Well, Ethan Erlacher is going to have to battle here. 3 balls, no strikes against Parent. Then it goes to Farstead. Then back to the top of the lineup. 3-0 pitch. It'll be a 4-pitch walk. So Parent takes his second walk of the contest. Now Lucas Farstead will come up to the plate. Farstead with Running Man as his walk-up song. As for the bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 batters due up for the reps with Colfell to lead things off. Take a look back at Ethan working from the stretch. Delivers a good spot just underneath the zone. It's now 1-0. As I said, the Senators have threatened in every inning so far here. That hasn't been the problem. The problem is bringing them in to touch home plate. Here's the 1-0. Backhanded pick. Getting back. Here's me Parent. It's 2-0. Nice play by Johnson right there to go to Schweigert. Seeing that one in the turf and trying to see if he can get an easy out at first base there with Parent if he's leaning a little bit towards trying to get into scoring position. A 2-0 upcoming from Ethan as they will pick, sliding back in safely. Have yet to see on your State A Legion baseball bingo card a pick at first base. So Been close a couple of times so far through 4.5 games. Here's 2-0. Hit on the ground, a chopper, but that'll go foul. Now 2-1. We've seen teams run themselves out of an inning. We've seen a double play. We have to see the triple to get our team cycle, or if you want to call it a game cycle. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Farstead. Farstead hits one on the ground. It'll go to third baseman Pearson. He'll go the long way, 5-3 in time to retire the side. So a good inning for the third baseman. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played at 3.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's the Reps 4. The Senators are scoreless.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Bottom of the 4th inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. A reminder, if you missed any of our game coverage throughout yesterday or earlier today, you can simply go to our website, YourLiveEvent.com. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out the games for free as well. Caulfield, Urlacher, and then Merkel due up here for the Bismarck Reps. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 batters due up here for the Reps. Second inning of work here for Doctor. Had 11 pitches in relief. Gave up a double to Opdahl, but a tidy third inning regardless here for Drayden Doctor. Take a look here. Almost getting to the top of the hour. A game that's just about 1 hour old. Fans coming out to the ballpark an hour and a half from now. Minot and Valley City. Be a little bit later on, roughly at 1:30. A little bit of a break in between that game between Devils Lake and the Fargo Jets at 5 o'clock tonight. In the winner's bracket, Kindred and Castleton, your nightcap at 7:30. As Caulfield comes up to the plate here with a fly out to the right fielder. Grossman is last time up to finish the first inning, and the first inning has been the difference in this game where the Reps put 4 runs across on just 1 hit. They took advantage of an error, left the runner on as well. Here's the 1-0 opportunity here to Caulfield. Caulfield will take a strike. It's 1-1. Couple wild pitches brought some runners in. You saw Ian Schweigert with a sacrifice fly, then Riley Gabbert with an RBI single. Back in inning number 1 here for the Reps. The 1-1. Look out. Now 2-1. Runs scored of Merkel, Szymanski, Pearson, and Johnson in that first inning. Since then, it's been goose eggs across the board for both clubs respectively. Here's the 2-1 offering. Hit in the air, a good barreled up ball that's going to go over the left fielder's head, and Schlobaum rounding first on his way to second is Caulfield, and Caulfield will be up with a double. So Caulfield gets a double on the way to start things off here in inning number 4 for the Reps. Now it goes to the pitcher in Ethan. Ethan Urlacher coming up to the plate. 0 for 1 with a strikeout, looking back in inning number 2. Looking to bunts this one up the third base line. That'll go foul. It's 0-1. Also seeing what kind of defense the Bismarck Senators are putting on. The third baseman and Vogel trying to stay put at third if they can get the lead runner in Caulfield. And Parent hustling down the line at first base to try to cut off that bunt attempt, as this is going to be bunted towards the pitcher. Doctor comes in, fires it, and airmails it past the first baseman. Coming in to score will be Caulfield, going from second all the way now to third base will be Ethan Urlacher. It's going to be a throwing error on the pitcher. Caulfield comes in to score. Ethan scampers to third base. And now it's a 5-0 lead here for the Bismarck Reps. Had time, but just threw it a little bit errant as Farstead was covering as now the Senators will play the infield in here. Merkel takes one on the inside for a ball. Third time through the lineup here for the Reps, but still first time that Merkel has seen Doctor in relief. The same for Szymanski and Pearson, top third of the lineup. 1 ball, no strikes, a double and an error so far in the inning for the Reps as plated 1 run, looking to add on to their 5-run advantage. Good spot for a strike. It's 1-1. Schultz, Farstead, Parent, and Vogel all in on the infield. Fisher behind the plate. The 1-1. That will be hit foul. It's now 1-2. Schlobaum in left with Clyde in center. And Grossman stands at first base. Here's the 1-2 offering on the way from Doctor. Running at the hands, now 2-2. As we're seeing the Bismarck Reps. A couple of doubles today on their hits. A single. 2-2. A 1-hop, the pitcher Fisher. Or the catcher Fisher, now 3-2. 4 walks and 2 errors, and both errors have cost the Reps in terms of that run total. Those 2 errors by the Senators have cost them in terms of the run total for the Reps, that is. This will be a walk. Merkel will take first base. And we'll have runners at the corners here for the Reps. A quick little meeting on the mound for Fisher and Doctor as well here. Meeting on the mound brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. This is an interesting point now for the Reps, trying to keep the line moving. 3 batters up, 3 batters on so far. A double, error, and a walk. Now it goes to Szymanski. Reached base on a hit by pitch in the first inning, came in to score and flew out to the shortstop, or popped out to the shortstop. Schultz his last time up in inning number 2. We've seen situations like this against the Senators where teams have got some wheels and running. Speaking of running, Merkel's already got 1 stolen base here today. He stands at first. He's in a break for second. Here's the throw, going to be cut off by the second baseman. So Merkel gets into scoring position here. It's going to be 0-1 here to Szymanski. Now Szymanski looking to find the outfield grass. A chance to plate 1, maybe 2 here for the Reps. This one will be hit down the line, and oh, look at the hot step there. Ethan Urlacher had to hop out of the way. Like a jump rope almost there. The hot stepper down the third base line. It'll be 0-2. Infield back in here. The 0-2 just missing, now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Hit in the air. This will go to right. In play. Grossman makes the catch. Both runners will tag up. It'll be a sacrifice fly on the play for Szymanski. The Bismarck Reps continue to add on here in the in the 4th. That's now a 6-0 lead. Szymanski gets the run driven in. Urlacher comes in to score from third base. Merkel will now be at third base as it goes to Carter Pearson. Pearson 0 for 2 today with a run scored in inning number 1, reached base on an error. But 8-9 batters, the table setters, and 1-2 batters able to move guys around, get on base as well. This one misses. Now it's 1-0 as you get to the heart of the lineup. As we see, a little bit shading into right center field here for the Senators. Center fielder there in Klein. Grossman been kept busy today in right. Schlobaum stands in left. Infield still coming in. 2 runs across so far. Hitters count to Pearson. The 2-0 from Doctor. Hit in the air. This one will go towards left center field, and that'll 1-hop, and that'll go towards the wall. It's an RBI base hit for Pearson. It's a stand-up double. It's 7-love in favor of the Reps. So Pearson gets the double. Hit with a run driven in. Merkel comes in to score. Now all of a sudden, Cooper Johnson looking to keep the good times rolling. Johnson takes a strike at 0-1. Batter number 5 of the inning, and it's all been productive. A double, an error, a walk, a sacrifice fly, and a double. The 0-1. This will be in the turf. It's now 1-1. 3 runs here in inning number 4 as the Reps sent 8 batters to the plate in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third. A work outside now 2-1. So far, batter number 6 here of the fourth. For the Senators, when they come back up to the plate in the fifth, it'll be the top of the lineup, Schultz, Klein, and Grossman. 2-1 runners in a break to third, and that'll be on the pitcher as Pearson will take the extra 90 feet. It's now 3-1. Pretty much what Carter said, if you're not going to pay any attention to me, I'm just going to break for third. 3-1 pitch. Foul back to the backstop, now 3-2. Doctor's second inning of work. Here's the payoff pitch. Fly ball. I'll be hit down the first base line. That'll go foul, and we'll keep it at 3-2. As the infield comes in yet again with 1 down and a runner in scoring position. Hit on the ground. This one will go to the third baseman. Vogel looks back the runner, makes a good throw across to Parent. 5-3 on the put-up. 2 down here in inning number 4 as it goes to Ian Schweigert. Schweigert 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice fly. Run driven in. Reps trying to get up to an 8-0 lead and bring in Pearson from third base. And if you get Pearson in from third and Schweigert gets aboard, all of a sudden you start talking about that 10-run rule. That could come into effect. Schweigert, little soft line drive to Schultz. 1 pitch, allowed out to retire the side here. But the damage is done as the Reps put 3 runs across here in inning number 5. 3 runs off of 2 doubles. There were no error, a 1 error, and a runner left on base. We played 4 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Reps lead by 7.
Ball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Top of the 5th inning here on yourliveevent.com. The Reps 7, the Senators scoreless. And it'll be the 1, 2, and 3 batters again due up here upcoming for the Senators. As for the Reps, Urlacher still on the mound. 63 pitches of 4 innings of work, 3 hits. All of them were singles, 1 in the first, 2nd, and the 3rd. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts here for Urlacher so far here today. Schultz, 1 of 2 at the plate with a single and a stolen base. Klein, the exact same box score so far, and Grossman is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. As the Senators have threatened in every inning, they put at least a runner on. Their biggest chance to score was in the second, where they had the bases full and unable to plate a run across. They had the bases full with 2 outs. They have left so far 6 runners on base. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball out in front. That'll go foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. A pleasant good afternoon here on a Friday as we welcome you into the first day of August. Flip the calendar over this morning. This one called the strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Schultz. The 0-2, that'll work for a ball, now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 offering. Strike 3 looking. Schultz is retired. Urlacher gets his 4th strikeout, and there's 1 down. Now it goes to Jordan Klein, who's 1 of 2 with a single today. Pitch count again, you get 105 for a daily max if you throw 81 or more. And in this case, as this will be hit on the ground, it's a CNI single. Klein gets his 2nd base hit of the contest. The 4th hit of the game for the Senators. The Senators get a runner on here by the name of Jordan Klein. But going now with Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, even 3 days, if you throw over 60, you're done for the tournament. 61 to 80, again, is 3 days of rest. 81 and up is 4. So at this point of the tournament, you're pretty much, if you're going to pitch north of 60, you're just going to get your max in that you can on your daily limit and go from there. As this one misses to Grossman. It's now 1 ball and no strikes. Eden looking for his first base hit of the contest as the pick play going to get by Schweigert at first. Going to 2nd base and staying there will be Klein. After the error on the play, that'll allow the runner to get into scoring position. And for the Senators, trying to put that first run across of the tournament so far. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, now 1-1. As we go back through the first day, the 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air, fly ball to center. Gabbert keeps going back about 10 feet in front of the warning track, trying to get the runner out at 3rd, but Klein able to slide in. Grossman with the fly out. 2 down here in the 5th, and now a runner will stand at 3rd base. In the first day, the East outscored the West 37-4 in 4 games. Here's the pitch. That'll run in at the knee. It's now 1-0. Here's the 1-0 as this goes through the wickets, and the Bismarck Senators do get their first run here in the state tournament. Now 2-0. So a run comes in, makes it now a 7-1 contest. And the Senators are on the board here. I'll work low for a ball, now 3-0. So Jordan Klein takes advantage of the air, also smart base running to tag up and go from 2nd to 3rd. So the little things that allowed him to come in and score. It's a 4-pitch walk here to Vogel. As that'll be the 4th free pass for Ethan Urlacher here today in this one. And the Senators trying to get some 2-out magic here in inning number 5 now to Tate Fisher. Fisher 1 of 2 today with a single, his first time up back in the 2nd. As the runner takes his lead off of first. This will miss for a ball. It's going to be 1-0. The Senators, 4 batters in the first inning, 5 make that 6 in the 2nd. 4 in the 3rd and 4 in the 4th. So far, batter number 5 here in inning number 5. The 1-0. I'll work inside. It's 2-0. And Schweigert holds the runner, Vogel, at first base. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove of Johnson. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering from Urlacher. That will be called a strike. Now 2-2. Ethan looking for his fifth strikeout of the game. Instead, we'll work the count now to 3-2. One row break early from first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And the pitch. Hit in the air. This one over the shortstop into short left center field and going off on the pitch. Going from first to third as now the runner takes a big turn at first base and Fisher. He'll stay put, but it's a single. Vogel goes first to third. And we'll get a quick meeting on the mound. Nice piece of swinging there by Tate Fisher. 5th hit of the game here for the Bismarck Senators. We'll see if this is it as Coach Chris Scott comes out and talks with Ethan here. Just more so a quick little meeting on the mound. As now it goes to Drayden Doctor and the Bismarck Senators. All of a sudden, one more base hit. Trying to get 2 runs across. If you can find the gap or the alley, maybe you get another run to add to it and put 3 up on the board here in inning number 5. I mentioned just about seeing that first run get on the board sometimes can take the monkey off your bat a little bit here, and that's what the Senators are trying to do in this contest. It started just before the 11 o'clock hour, an hour and 16 minutes here so far today. Vogel at third base. Fisher stands at first. Now it comes up to the pitcher in Doctor. Doctor 0 for 2 today with a pop out, and alongside with that, a ground out. See if the runner in Fisher possibly breaks for second. Yes, he will. The run will be a hit and run opportunity. This will be foul by Doctor. It's 0-1. For the reps in the bottom half of the 5th, Opdahl, Gabbard, and Caulfield. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 batters due up. Here's the 0-1 pitch upcoming. I'll be called a strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third again is Vogel. Fisher stands at first. Runner breaks already for second base, and now they're going to get him called for a balk. Completely turning, never stopping off the rubber. So a little delayed steal, if you will, by Fisher. You get the balk call, and a run comes in here for Vogel. And now all of a sudden, Senators have another run in scoring position. So 7-2 on that one, as we'll see Doctor with the 0-2 trying to battle here. That'll miss outside. It's 1-2. I put the play on, right? Just say, hey, just go a little wait until he gets in the stretch, then break for second, see what happens. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Got him out in front to the right fielder, Caulfield, who comes in to glove it to retire this side. But 2 runs come across on 2 hits. There was an error and a runner left on base. It's the Bismarck Reps 7, the Bismarck Senators 2 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, gone.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
High school baseball today, or Legion baseball today, that is, on yourliveevent.com. Day 2 of the State A Legion baseball tournament here in Castleton. 2 runs across for the Senators. There's no Doctor takes the mound. So far for the Reps, 4 runs in the first, 3 runs in the fourth. As you'll see, Opdahl, Gabbard, and Caulfield due up here in inning number 5. As Doctor winds and delivers. Splits the plate for a strike, gets 0-1. Still to come once we get to our post-game show. We'll get to our play of the game. Also, we'll hear from a member of the winning team, as this one is fouled back to the netting at 0-2. Get you ready for Game 2 with Minot and Valley City, another West Regional Fairnet Elimination Contest. That and more still to come a little bit later on here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Scheduled first pitch at 1:30. As this works up for a ball, it's now 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Opdahl. He hits it in the air, a straight shot to center. Klein doesn't have to move much, and that'll do it for the first out here at the bottom of the 5th. Schlobom in left, Klein in center, and Grossman in right, as you'll see it now with Gabbert. Gabbert 1 of 2 with a single and a run driven in here today for the Reps. As Gabbert trying to put a nice performance here together and see if he can get on base for a second time. This will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. State AA getting underway out in Williston just past the noon hour here. The semifinal round matchup with Mandan and Fargo post 400. This is a high chopper off the glove of Doctor. Doctor loses the hat but can't make the play. He gave it his best shot, but Gabbert's aboard. An infield base hit. We'll see that here for Gabbert to get on. Caulfield with a double his last time up with a run scored in inning number 4, part of that 3-run barrage. Runners in a break. Caulfield hits one in the air deep to left. Schlobom is there, makes the catch. Caulfield is retired on 1 pitch, and there's 2 down. Now it goes to the pitcher with Ethan. As Urlacher reached base on an error, did score a run in inning number 4. Runner at first is Gabbert. He went on the first pitch, going on the first pitch here again, and there's going to be no throw. That'll be a strike, and Gabbert gets into scoring position here. That's going to be 0-1. As Urlacher will now bat with a runner at second base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. 1 hop. Blocked there by Fisher. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. As we'll see the 1-1 offering upcoming to the number 9 batter here. I'll just miss for a ball. It's 2-1. Then back to the top of the lineup with Jordan Merkel here for the Bismarck Reps if they can keep it brewing. As we'll see the 2-1 pitch upcoming here to the number 9 batter. Runners in a break for third. This will be hit on the ground foul. It's 2-2. I've seen the Reps a couple of times just kind of tell Doctor in a roundabout way, if you're not going to pay attention to us, even if we're at second base, we'll gladly take the extra 90 feet. As we'll keep it here at 2 balls and 2 strikes one more time. Looking to take a look back, and now we'll continue at 2-2. For the Senators, 7, 8, 9 batters, a Schlobom due up in the 6th. 2-2 pitch. Make the count full now at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner in scoring position. Reps trying to get a run back here in the inning. And the runner will break to third base again. Gabbert will be at third. He'll get the walk for Urlacher here. Second free pass by Doctor on the mound. Now it goes to Merkel. Merkel has reached base all 3 times via the walk. 2 runs scored and a stolen base. What you're asking a leadoff batter to do is find a way to get on base, and he's done that. Runner takes his lead, and Urlacher from first. He's off with the pitch. Not going to be a throw by Fisher. It's 1-0. Urlacher gets into scoring position. A base hit here for the Reps could get those 2 runs back that the Senators scored in the top half of the inning. That'll miss. It's now 2-0. Doctor with the 2-0 pitch. Call the strike. It's 2-1. Runner faked the bluff from third. The 2-1 pitch. Called the strike. Now 2-2. As you saw, hustling down the line was Gabbert there. We've already seen one balk call here today. Trying to see if you can maybe get a second and take a run. A 2-2 hitter, Merkel. Hit on the ground. A hopper that'll go to the second baseman. Farstead has time to retire the side. 4-3 on the putout. No runs on a hit. There was no errors and 2 runners left on base. We played 5 today here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's the Bismarck Reps up by 5 as we head to inning number 6.
Legacy Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Legacy Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
On top of the 6th inning, a good 5th inning from a Senators' point of view. You're down by 7 going into the 5th. Now you're down by 5 going into the 6th. Would like to get another 2 runs across here in the 6th inning. Put a goose egg up in the bottom of the 6th and give yourself a more of a realistic and a better chance to come back in this one once we head to the 7th. Rubber match of this matchup throughout the course of the season as the Senators and the Reps split during the regular season. Schlobaum, Parent, and Farstead. Ethan Urlacher has thrown 85 pitches. His daily max is 105, so he's got 20 left to go here. And he'll make it 19. Schlobaum with a fly out to the right fielder and the left and the center fielder. So he will take a strike. It's 1-1. Just about an hour away from Minot and Valley City a little bit later on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just off the inside part of the plate, now 2-1. Trying to be table setters here for the Senators. Bottom half. Bottom third is, there's a strike. It's now 2-2. A win for the Reps would give them their 18th win of the season. For the Senators, win number 17. Excuse me, check swing. That goes foul. The one thing with Schlobaum here, if foul 2 or 3 more pitches against Ethan, you might take him out of the game a little bit earlier. The 2-2 breaking ball marks the count full at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 offering. That'll miss for a ball. Schlobaum earns a walk. 5th free pass here for Ethan on the mound. And all of a sudden the Senators trying to chip away at this deficit here in inning number 6. Not a Hayden Parent. Parent with a couple of walks in the 2nd and the 4th. His runner will take his lead from first and Schlobaum. The pick. Able to get back in, no problem. Schweigert there at first base. Question for Coach Chris Scott is, where do you go after Ethan Urlacher here, on who you want to try to close the game out? As this will be called a strike. It's 0-1. Good at back by Schlobaum, though, able to work the count full. Fouled off a pitch. Hayden Parent falls behind, no balls and a strike. Ethan would love one on the ground here. See if you can turn 2 behind him. Runner stays put. As this will miss for a ball, it's 1-2. As Urlacher looks back the runner at first in Schlobaum and does have a pickoff attempt. Schlobaum will stay pat at first base. And the 1-1. Another pick, but this from the catcher nearly got him. Johnson to Schweigert, who did not have to move the glove at all. If that left hand was not there by Schlobaum, he would have been out. So that makes it now 2-1. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. Now 2-2. Already double-digit for pitches here for Urlacher. Another long at bat. Farstead just might be his last one to come with the pitch count. The 2-2. A work inside, back-to-back full counts here to a Bismarck Senator batter. The top of the 6th inning. This is teeth-crunching time late as a pitcher. You know you don't have too many pitches left, so almost want to be perfect. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2 walked him again. Schlobaum gets to second. Urlacher here will have back-to-back walks, and that just might do it with the head coach coming out here for Chris Scott. Runners at first and second, and it looks like we will have a pitching change. We'll let you know about it next on your liveevent.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Well, the Bismarck Senators with 6 outs to work with, and they will chase Ethan Urlacher from this game. 5 innings of work, 5 hits. He's on the hook for the runners at first and second. 6 walks and 4 strikeouts here in this contest as Gabbert will come in and now pitch. From there, you have Arneson at second base. Rykowski goes from second to the shortstop here in this contest, and Merkel again in straightaway center now for the Reps. Let's a look one more time around the diamond. Rykowski. You still got Pearson at third base. Rykowski at short. Arneson at second with Schweigert at first. And behind the plate is Johnson. Kofel in right field with Szymanski in left. As it now goes to a pinch hitter on the way here for the Senators. As Tyler Ripplinger comes up to the plate in a pinch hitter role. As we'll see this here with runners at first and second. First pitch swinging, hits one in the air. That'll go past the right fielder, and that'll hop all the way to the wall. A run will come in Schlobaum. Parent goes from first to third. It's an RBI double by Ripplinger on the pinch hit variety and it's a ringing one at that, and a run driven in. So the Senators will score a run. We'll get a courtesy runner coming in now as well for the Senators, as this will be Lucas Farstead will now come on and run. So Farstead will come on and run, and there's still nobody out here. Run will be charged on the way, as this will be called a strike. It's 0-1 to Schultz. So Schlobaum comes in to score. Parent stands at third. Farstead at second. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. A work at the knee. Now 1-1. Senators, all of a sudden now, the hit parade has started here. Once they got to the fifth inning, they got runners on, find ways to get base hits, move guys around. The 1-1 pitch will be called a strike. It's 1-2. Jordan Klein on the on-deck circle. Don't count out the Senators. As we alluded to, 2 runs in the fifth. You can put 2 or 3 runs up here, at least in the sixth. Give yourself a great chance in the seventh. The 1-2. That'll miss. It's 2-2. Chance to bring in 2 more here for the Senators is looming large currently. Your 4th and 5th run is in scoring position. The 2-2. Off-speed pitch hit out in the air to left center field. Merkel is there, makes the catch. The lead runner and Parent will come in and tag. It's a sacrifice fly here for Schultz. And the Senators chip away at that deficit. It's now a 3-run game. Klein with 2 singles so far here today in this one and a run scored. 2 for 3 at the plates. Reps will take it out just as much as the Senators will take a run in that situation. This will miss outside for a ball. It's 1-0. So the book is now done on Urlacher. So he gives up 4 runs here in his start. Those 2 walks come back and score. The 1-0. Klein, try to get out of the way. He'll wear it right on the numbers. Hit by pitch, and you can feel the tables are turning a little bit here with the momentum. Runners at first and second right now for the Senators with 1 down. Now it goes to Aiden Grossman. Tying run here for the Senators at the plate. 1 down at the top of the 6th. First pitch swinging, and it's down for a base hit to left. They'll go station to station, and now the go-ahead run comes up at the plate in Brady Vogel. Farstead to third base. Klein goes to second. Grossman with a single, his first hit of the ball game. Two hits, and all of a sudden the Senators got things rolling here in the top of the 6th inning after they chased Urlacher. Nowhere to put Vogel, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored here today. This would be the 5th batter in relief for Gabbert. He delivers a strike. It's 0-1. So far for Gabbert, he's given up a double, a sacrifice fly, a hit by pitch, and a single in relief. Here's the 0-1 offering. Hit on the ground, a chance for 2. Rykowski gets one. The flip across by Arneson. And not in time. 1 run comes in. They'll say that Schweigert was off the bag. So a run comes in to score with Farstead. Now 7-5. Klein goes to third. Grossman retired, and Vogel will reach base at first as you'll see the head coach here on the way for the Bismarck reps to come on, and Chris Scott to see if maybe one of the other umpires had a better look at it from the first base umpire just to see if there was anything there. You get out of the inning, only give up 2 runs instead of 3, but all of a sudden, still a chance of tie here now for the Senators as it goes to Tate Fisher. So Fisher at the plate. Vogel stands at first. Klein at third. They got 1, but not 2. We'll see if it haunts the reps. First pitch swinging. There's Fisher. It's 0-1. For the reps in the 6th, Szymanski, Pearson, and Johnson, 2, 3, 4 batters are due up. As Valley City and Minot wait patiently for the conclusion of this game. If you like Columbia blue, the next game's for you with a little dark blue as well. These two teams matching up. 0-1 here to Fisher. Fisher with 2 singles trying to get a third. Runners in a break from first base. There won't be a throw. As Vogel able to get in a scoring position. Now the tying run at second base. Coming into this inning, out of 8 batters, the Senators have stranded 6 in scoring position. They don't want to add on to that stat here with 2 more at second and third. The 1-1. Breaking ball. Got a swing. It's now 1-2. Batter number 8 of the inning here for the Senators. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gabbert looking for the punch out. This will be hit down the third base line. It's a fair ball, and we got a tie ball game. Coming in to score is going to be Klein. Vogel on his horse. He will come in. Does the run count is the question? And yes, it will. The run will count, but what a hose by Szymanski to get Fisher out at second base. But it will be a base hit and 2 runs driven in regardless, as 5 runs come across here in the inning, as there were 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on game. A brand new score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard and game. We're tied at 7 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Well, here's a stat for you. The Senators were shut out yesterday in 5-12 love. They were shut out through 4 innings here today. No runs through 9 innings, and now they have scored 7, 2 in the 5th and 5 in the 6th here. A big play by Fisher. He does deliver the 2 runs driven in, but he's thrown out at second. Fortunate for the Senators that Vogel was able to come in and score alongside with Klein to get that before the 3rd run, but it's a brand new game and our first tie of the contest here at 7 apiece. Now can the reps put something aboard here? They put 4 in the 1st. They put 3 in the 4th. As this will be on the outer part of the plate at 1-0. Szymanski here today with the run driven in and a run scored is 0 for 1 at the plate. 1-0 is going to be lifted foul. It'll be 1-1. What would you expect between 2 rivals here with the Reps and the Senators? It was a 5-2 game and an 8-7 contest. Senators won the 5-2. Reps won the second one. This will be hit back up the middle, and the second baseman Farstead can't make the play. Szymanski will reach base on an error. As you'll see the runner at first with the Reps trying to get the go-ahead run to come across and then try to shut the door in the top half of the 7th. First 7 runs scored by the Reps, and next 7 scored by the Senators. Runners in a break for second base. Here's a throw not in time. Sliding in here will be Szymanski as he gets into scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes here to Pearson. We'll get to our play of the contest upcoming. Hear from our player of the game, that and more. Then be a modified post to a modified pre with how this one is brewing to get to the 1:30 game with Valley City and Minot. Here's the 1-0. Foul back to the backstop. It's 1-1. Then from there, later tonight, 5 o'clock, Devils Lake Fargo and Kindred and Castleton. Earlier today at the B, Thompson 10-run ruled Langdon in the opening round. 10 love in 5. Here's the 1-1. Bluffing to bunt, missing. Now 2-1. As the B is just a rolling schedule with Candu, Linton, Ashley, Wishick up next as well. As that game is scoreless in the second. Popped up. I'll go to the backstop. It's 2-2. So Szymanski at second base. Pearson trying to put the bunt down, unable to do so. And then Cooper Johnson on the on-deck batter here for the Reps. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That'll go almost to the backstop. One-handed catch by Fisher makes it 3-2. Batter number 4 in the lineup, Cooper Johnson on the on-deck part of the plate. Getting ready to come on. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking. And Doctor gets his first strikeout in relief. One down, Ian Schweigert will be the on-deck batter. Cooper Johnson now to the plate. Pearson is retired on the strikeout looking. Johnson 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored back in the first. On a flyout and a groundout here for Johnson. This one misses. It's now 1-0. As just getting rid of the sleeve. Here is the pitcher and Doctor. As you got their head coach on the way for the Bismarck Senators and Connor Hill coming out. Here's the 1-0 offering. Popped up into center. Clyde goes into the alley. They make the catch. The runner and Szymanski will get to third base, so a quality out. As Szymanski stands at third, Johnson will be retired on the flyout. And there's 2 down. Schweigert with the run driven in the first with a sacrifice fly, a ground out, and a soft little line out to Schultz his last time up in the fourth. He's came on with runners on base twice today, delivered once with the run driven in on that sacrifice fly. If Schweigert has an out here, then the Senators will have 6, 7, and 8 batters. Doctor, Schlobaum, and Parent due up here in the 7th. Schweigert is able to get a walk, and it goes to Opdahl on the on-deck batter. Here's the righty matchup from Doctor. That'll work inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Szymanski, kind of almost a delayed, not that he was going to come down on a squeeze, but kind of delayed coming down that third baseline, then put the brakes on after about a hard hop or two. We'll do it again, the 1-0 pitch. Let me call the strike, and if you're Szymanski, you got to be careful that the third baseman and Vogel doesn't come back and take you here as we Fisher behind the plate. If you get just a little extra too much of a lead. Here's the 1-1. As this will miss out of the zone now, 2-1. 7 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Senators. 7 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors here for the Reps. 2-1 pitch is hit in the air. That'll go to center. Klein going back to the warning track. It's still carrying, and Klein makes a catch right in front of the wall. It was all 350 feet to center, and Klein comes up with that one. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left in scoring position at third for the Reps. We're tied at 7 as we head to the 7th here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
As we get a pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. As coming up to the plate here will be Doctor, as Opdahl will be on for his first inning of work here. This will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Szymanski in left field. This would be hit on the ground. That'll go to Merkel. Merkel gloves it, fires across the diamond in time. 6-3 on the putout, and there's one down. Rykowski moves back to second base. Schweigert at first with Pearson at third. Johnson still behind the plate. Gabbert goes from the mound to center, and Szymanski and Kaufel have stayed put in left and right field respectively. As Kyle Schlobaum 0 for 2 with the walk and a run scored here today. Also miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Big time play, though, by Klein in the last half inning to make the catch right before the wall. That could be your play of the game here if the Senators come back and win this one. 1-0, called a strike. It's 1-1. But right now for the Senators, looking to keep adding on to that run total. 2 in the 5th, 5 in the 6th, as this will be laced up the first base side foul. Also on your State A baseball bingo card, we have yet to have extras. We've had 10 run rules, had 7. The 1-2, that'll miss. Have yet to had a walk-off as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down here in the 7th. The pitch, fouled again with Schlobaum. If this was a football or a basketball game, you'd say it'd be a tale of 2 halves. But here in this one, it's been just a tale of the last 2 innings. Oh, what a breaking ball. Opdahl gets the strikeout. Schlobaum is retired looking, and there's 2 down. And in Parent coming up to the plate. He's reached base all 3 times, has walked 3 times with a run scored in the 6th. There's a strike. It's 0-2. As a Bismarck reps pitcher is looking for their first 3-up, 3-down inning here against the Senators. No balls and 2 strikes, and Opdahl's got that breaking ball working. Here's the 0-2. Fastball. Fly out to right, but this is going to go over the right fielder. Takes a big hop, hops the wall. It's a double. So Parent muscles an extra base hit. He gets a 2-out double, and now it's going to go to the number 9 batter in Lucas Farstead. So Farstead comes up to the plate in the 9 hole here for the Bismarck Senators. Parent at second base. Here's the pitch. That'll run in. It's 1-0. Then back to Tristan Schultz in the top of the lineup. For the reps, it'll be Opdahl, Gabbert, and Kaufel. Due up 6, 7, and 8. That'll also miss. It's now 2-0. Ground out, strikeout, a double. He got more barrel on that. We might be talking about a home run. Instead, it's 2-0 and a double. There's a good pitch for a strike. It's 2-1. When a pitcher brings the heat, you just need to get to the ball, make some contact, and allow the pitcher to provide the power. That's exactly what Parent did there on the swing. 2-1. Hit in the air. That's the right. This could spell trouble. The right fielder comes across. Caulfield can't make the play. Farstead delivers the go-ahead run, and look at Farstead run. He's on his way to second, on his way to third. It's a stand-up triple here for Farstead, and the Senators have erased a 7-run deficit and taken 8-7 lead. First triple of the tournament, and it comes in the 7th. Here we're in elimination contest. Just off the swing of the bat and how it was slicing, you knew it was going to be trouble for Caulfield out in right field. And the Senators take their first lead of the game. Tristan Schultz takes a strike. A single with a sacrifice fly. He's 1 of 3 so far today. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back. Now 0-2. 8 consecutive runs scored here by the Senators after not scoring a run through 9 innings of this tournament. They've done the last 3. The 0-2 breaking ball popped him up, playable. Caulfield in right makes the catch, but the damage is done. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We played 6.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's the Senators up by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning for the first time here, not just today, but in the tournament. The Bismarck Senators are playing with the lead. It's 8-7 after a double and a triple on a 2-out variety, mind you, as well. The Senators are now 3 outs away from sending the Reps home. Well, for the Reps, you need 1 before there's 3 outs. If you can get 2, you can find yourself with a walk-off variety. This one will be called the strike. Doctor, Opdahl, Gabbert, and Caulfield he will go up against. 3 innings, make that 4 innings of work so far for Doctor. The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Doctor with a double in the 3rd. Line drive and a pop-out here at the plate so far here this afternoon. 1-1 is foul back. It'll be now 1-2. The Reps have left at least 1 runner on in every inning. So far, 7 in the game. A 1-2 pitch just off the zone. It's 2-2. Well, in comparison, the Senators have left their fair share of runners as well with 8. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled again. We'll keep it at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Up in the air. This one, the center fielder, Klein Schultz, and Klein will come out and call off Schultz for the out. And there's 1 down. Riley Gabbert to the plate. 2 of 3, 2 singles with a run driven in. So far, this might be your game of the tournament with how this one is coming back and forth. Game number 5. last night was equally as good as well with Castleton and Valley City with the crowd and who you had in terms of fan bases and the back and forth. Bases loaded, went right down to the final out. This one going right down to the final out as well. Riley Gabbert trying to get his third base hit of the game. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. It's 0-1. With the Senators, once we said they got those 2 runs in the 5th, it was just okay. You finally broke the dam to finally get a run across. But then they took full advantage with 5 in the 6th. Here's a base knock. That's going to be in front of the left fielder, Schlobom. Gabbert with a single. He's aboard. Bryson Colfell now coming up to the plate. 1 of 3 with a double and a run scored. Bottom of the lineup has done some damage so far here for the Reps. Gabbert 3 for 4. As we'll have a quick meeting on the mound here, and we'll see if this is done for Doctor or if he's got one more in him. Nope, that's going to do it for Doctor. We'll let you know about the pitching changes next. Brought to you in part by Kindred Storage.
From Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. So Doctor goes 4 1/3 innings of work, 5 hits, 3 runs against, 2 walks, and a strikeout. As you'll see, Klein coming in from center field. Doctor will go towards second base, and Farstead goes from second now to center. So Klein will come on here in this contest. As now it goes to Colfell. Runner at first base, again, will be Riley Gabbert. This pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage for safe, affordable, and secure, easy access. If you're looking for storage units in Kindred, check out Kindred Storage. As we'll see it here with Colfell. Colfell 1 of 3 today, again with a double. Reps looking for at least 1 run. Could they possibly walk off the Senators is the question. Swenders looking for 2 more outs. And someone's going to move on to an elimination game tomorrow at 2:30 here against the loser of our last contest here of the day and the winner's bracket with Castleton and Kindred. Update for you from the State B that's going on right now in Park River between Candu and Lytton Ashley Wishick. Top of the 3rd inning, Candu leads by a run over Lytton Ashley Wishick. It's 1-0. Thompson 10-run ruled Langdon earlier today. Here's the pitch. Runner's in a break. It's a hit-and-run opportunity, but that'll go foul. It's now 0-1. So Gabbert, as we see at first, being held on by Parent. He'll stay put this time. Here's a strike. It's 0-2. So Klein, no balls, 2 strikes to the first batter that he's seen in this game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Runner's going to go. This is hit in the air. It's a soft line drive. They get 1, and they're going to get the twin killing to put a bow on a comeback fashion. Schultz to Parent, and the ball game is done. Down go the Reps. The Senators make a sensational play with Klein with 3 pitches to get the double play, and that's going to be our play of the contest here in this one. In a ball game that finishes in 2 hours and 4 minutes here in Castleton. The Senators erase a 7-run deficit and pick up the win 8 runs on 10 hits. There were 3 errors for the Senators, while the Reps 7 runs, 6 hits, and there were 2 errors here in this contest. We're back with more with our post-game show after this. A final 8-7. We'll get to our Castleton Lumber post-game coming up around the corner.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Right on cue as we get to our post-game show, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. So with the comeback win for the Senators, 8-7 over the Reps, they will play in another elimination game tomorrow at 2:30. And the first team eliminated from the state tournament are the Bismarck Reps. They will finish 17-10 on the season, while the Senators improved to 17-16-2 here in this contest. 8-7. Here in this one, as we get now to our play of the contest, going to be a two-parter here. The first part, the double by Parent, and then Forstead gets the RBI triple, the game-winning hit. And then in the bottom half of the 7th inning, Colfell hits a soft line drive to Schultz, who made the catch and comes across the diamond to get the double play. Schultz to Parent. So the offense to defense is the 1-2 tandem combination for our Agassi Feature Precision Egg play of the contest. Your Agassi Precision Egg planting dealer in Hillsboro. Visit planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com here in this one. Senators 8, the Bismarck Reps 7 in this contest. As one more time, 4 runs in the first inning for the Bismarck Reps. Then they get 3 runs in the 4th. That was 7-love in favor of the Reps after 4 innings of play. But the last 3 innings, the Senators come back with 2 runs in the 5th, 5 runs in the 6th, and a run in the 7th to pick up the win here today in this contest that took 2 hours and 4 minutes. Leaving on bases here for the Senators, they left 8 on base, while for the Bismarck Reps, they would leave 7 on base here today in this contest. Again, your final 8-7. The Bismarck Senators pick up the win over the Reps on our Castleton Lumber post-game show. Castleton Lumber, find the quality lumber and materials you need to get the job done. At Castleton Lumber, call 701-347-4471. That's 701-347-4471 for a rendering of your next project. We're back with more after this here today in Castleton.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
As we continue on our Castleton Lumber post-game show in comeback fashion, the Bismarck Senators pick up the win 8-7, scoring the final 8 runs of the ball game in the last 3 innings of play. Joining us here, who had the game-winning hit, that is Lucas Farstead. Lucas, all of a sudden you get 2 runs across. You haven't scored in 9 innings of baseball here in the state tournament. What was it about this team to score 2 runs in the 5th to kind of, so to speak, get the lid off the rim, if you will? And what was the message just chipping away and tying the game up there in the 6th inning?
Right. We didn't score throughout the 4th, and it was just kind of downing. But, this is the state tournament. We just wanted to go out there and just give it our all, and we didn't want to go home at all. And, we got those 2 runs, and that got the momentum going for us. And then once we got the 5, from there, it was just right in the momentum and then just finishing it out.
Yeah, Tate Fisher gets a big hit to bring 2 runs in to tie the game. He gets thrown out at second trying to leg in that double. But then at the end of the day, all of a sudden you come up in the 7th, and you had Opdahl get 2 batters out quickly. But here comes Hayden. He gets a double. What's going through your mind when you see Hayden with that double, and take us through that at-bat when he shot 1 to right?
Yeah, I saw him get that double, and I was like, great. I wanted any opportunity I can to get up there. And then, as my approach just came in to the plate, I just, want to get my timing down. And then anything across the plate I wanted to hit. I took those couple balls, and I was like, okay, I'm open to swing as hard as I want. So I saw it go and saw him make a dive, and all I was thinking about was rounding it and getting a 3rd. So.
And then you go from there, bottom half of the inning. The Reps able to put a couple runner on there at the 1st. You still got 1 out, and soft little line drive hit. You get the double play. What's going through your mind once you see, all right, we're going to win this puppy?
Man, just pure excitement. We're excited to be here. We're excited to keep playing baseball, and we just didn't want the summer to end. And then I saw that double play, and I'm like, awesome, we get to play tomorrow, and then that's just what we focus on now.
I guess the last thing that I'll kind of ask you here, Lucas, again, just taking a look at the box score, you're down 7 runs after 4 innings. What was it about this team to have the never quit, never die mentality and find a way to come back and just chip away and win this one with the final 8 runs of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like a next man up mentality, and we saw it down, and we're like, all right, who wants to be that guy to go and put us up there, and have a run, and as soon as that happens, you just let the rest carry you there,
Hey, Lucas, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go enjoy it and see you tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you. Awesome. Sounds great.
Lucas Farstead with the game-winning hit that made it 8-7 in the 7th, and that's where it would stand as the Bismarck Senators advance to another elimination game tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. We'll put a bow on this one next here in Castleton.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
That does it for our post-game shows. The Bismarck Senators pick up the win 8-7, so they'll improve to their 17th win of the season. The Reps will finish 17-10 on the year. Coming up next, it's Minot and Valley City. The Senators will play tomorrow at 2:30 against the loser of Kindred and Castleton. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in. Maybe about 25 minutes to a half hour from now, we'll get to the first pitch of our next game with the Valley City Royals against the Minot Metros. That's coming up around the corner.